Stayed here in the shelter with Kind Heart and FG. Still early in the morning. Sun is rising. So we are going to head to town. We are on the trail before 5:30 in the morning, which is perfect. We talked to Kind Heart last night and asked him if he'd be alright if we got up early this morning. Most of the time, the accepted get up time is between 6:30 and 7, which puts you on the trail late. So we try to camp away from people so we can get up a little bit earlier. We have 58 miles to get to the closest point I can be picked up and taken to the town where the bus will take us to Boston. Otherwise, we have to figure out a new plan, and I've already paid for bus tickets. So we've got 3 days to get there. So if we can do a couple bigger mileage days and then a shorter mileage day to get in, get cleaned up, get some laundry done, then we should be able to make that just fine, especially getting up early like this. But we do have a surprise in town when we get to Hanover, and we were going to shower and do laundry at Dartmouth, but apparently they're not open today, so we're going to have to figure something else out with that. Sun's still not up yet. I've got 19% battery life left on my phone. This phone eats through battery way faster than my other phone. I think it's doing all kinds of updates and stuff in the background, so hopefully that'll slow down. But I burned up my battery bank trying to keep my old phone alive, and so we really need a charge. So we've got to figure something out in Hanover. So we'll see what happens when we get there. I cut some of this off, but left the headbanger up here. That tree back there was a perfect example of why I wear my hat backwards every day. Whenever I turn it forwards, the bill might block a view of something like that branch hanging down, and I hit my head non-stop. I think there's a lot of short trail maintainers out here, and I'm above average height, so I've got to watch my head. So funny story. At the beginning, when I was walking with Money, I told him at some point our legs are going to crave going up hills. Well, mine still don't. They still fight me every morning, but I'm getting better at it. And I go up a little bit faster each time. They're not quite as bad, but my legs don't crave it. So we have road walking the rest of the way to Hanover. We are coming in with very little water left. I have like 5% battery charge left on my phone. FG's is dead. It's been 5 days since we've had showers and 8 days since we've been able to do laundry. So we're going to try to freshen up as much as we can in the river before we get picked up. We are getting picked up by one of H3's cousins, maybe friends. I'm not sure how it all worked out, but she is going to pick us up and take us to go eat a home-cooked meal. So we're very excited about this. But we know we stink, and we were hoping to be able to do showers and laundry at the Dartmouth College, but it's closed on the weekends. So we're going to do the best we can to freshen up. Probably even buy deodorant at the grocery store that we're getting picked up at. I doubt it helps very much. So we were walking through Hanover. I thought my phone was completely dead. It turned out the brightness was just turned down, and when I hit sunlight you couldn't see the screen. It's been so long since we've been in sunlight. We did a lot of road walking across the Connecticut River from Vermont into New Hampshire. Got into town, so I didn't get a picture of the river or the border. That's a long ways back. I'm not going to walk that far. We crossed Dartmouth's quad, so we're going to go back a little bit and get a picture of that now that I know I have a little bit of battery life left. Went downtown Dartmouth to go looking around because I didn't know where we were going, so I started looking for backpacks, and I met Shredder, and he was following the channel before he started his southbound hike, so he's crushing it already down here. Started like June 16th. Talked to him for quite a while. We're getting picked up here in about 30 minutes, so just get a little bit of Hanover in the picture here. All right, we only have a little bit of sunlight left. There's a shelter in 0.8 miles outside of town. This is the Dartmouth soccer field. Looks like another field over there, softball field. I think they used to let you camp back here, but we were heading into the woods. I don't think they let you camp back here anymore. Somebody had graffitied something out here, so the hikers don't get to stay out here anymore, which would have been a nice place to stay today. Instead of, we only have a 3/4 of a mile to the first shelter out of town here, which is like one of the closest shelters we've stayed at to town. We're gonna go check it out. So we had a great meal, thanks to H3 to get a hold of his cousin that had a great friend in her car at the time that wanted to make us a meal. She came and picked us up, took us back to H3's cousin's house where we got a home-cooked meal, and I got to take a shower and rinse my t-shirt out, so feel like a new person ready to hit the trail. So our trail angel that picked us up was also a massage therapist, and a really good one. So she worked on my ankle, and it was more than likely a sprain. She said, in terms that I can't repeat because I can't remember, that it was in whatever was up with the muscles. was usually caused from a sprain. So she worked on it for quite a while. And then I also had what felt like a pinched nerve in my back, which is more probably caused from tightened rotator cuff muscles. So she worked those out for a while too. And I feel wonderful out here starting out. I'm sure everything will tighten back up, but I got some stretches that will help with the rotator cuff muscles. And I'll look up some calf stretches to do to help with my calves. And I got some magnesium. Took a picture of it. I don't think it's sulfate, like glycerate, something like that, to help the muscles repair. So all in all, it was a great way to spend an afternoon.